the takeover stuff, or the proposed takeover, or whatever you want to call it, whatever name you want to give it, continues to rumble on.
Yeah.
We've all voiced our surprise, I think, at how vocal it's been in terms of chasing it. Although some people have come back to me, and quite rightly, and said, well, when Ted Bowley was buying Chelsea every day, there was something. They were quite noisy. You know, American takeovers genuinely tend to be noisy. They want to push the chest out and all that. I don't know whether that's what's happening here, but there seems to be, they're the only ones who have put the head above the parapet. We've had another story this morning saying that they want the deal to be done. Peter Kenyon's consortium want the deal to be in place by the time Everton go to Minnesota, and at the time of recording, the game is 3 weeks today, which would be good for us if that was what happened and we were there and we could report on it from that city. But I mean, have your thoughts changed at all over the last? We spoke about it a lot last week. Have your thoughts changed at all with each bit of the story that's been going on? No. Okay.
You know, if you're making progress towards a deal, you know, we've heard about this exclusivity and stuff. And in fact, I think we talked about whenever it was on the sofa that one of the reasons we may have done that as a football club is we can't show 3 or 4 potential buyers around our assets, the football ground, the training ground, whatever, all because we just don't have the bandwidth to do it. You know, and so you pick the guys who may be most credible or had progressed
the most with so
far down the line, and then they do their ubiquitous, you know, due diligence. But once they've done that, well, they offer the money, and the owner, you know, well, the owner certainly of his shares, right, who's got 90 odd, 94, whatever it is, % of shares, says yay or nay. You know, I'll buy, or sorry, I'll sell, and you're prepared to hand it over. If that was the case, it would just be happening. You don't feel the need to say, oh, we hope it's going to happen within the next 3 weeks. Why in the next 3 weeks? Why not tomorrow? You know, if you've got Farhad on the hook that says, because you're supposed to have a heads of terms that says, you know, we'll buy it off you for X, subject to, and then Farhad says, go and have a look then. Right, go and have a look. But we're still getting, you know, one-side briefing, really. I don't know why they're doing it, to be honest, but if it's an Americanism, it's an Americanism.
Yeah. I'm not saying that is, I'm just saying that's what people have
rifled. But I mean, the other one was worldwide sort of exposure, and it was for $4.5 billion or whatever it was, dollar-wise, you know. So I still stand with the view that others are interested, you know, and if we're not progressing more than one in parallel at the football club, perhaps Farhad is. And I don't know about the timing of these things, but it tends to smack of, you know, it's all gone a bit quiet. I mean, for the consortium, and trying to publicly put pressure on the guy they're trying to buy from to move it along, because you know, if you turn up with a fully formed plan, and the fully formed plan to Farhad includes, and you're playing a pre-season game in our home city, that becomes part of the deadline. You know, why share that? I think if I'm Farhad, this consortium's just told me they're prepared to wait 2 or 3 weeks for an answer.
To watch the rest of this video and to access exclusive live content, scan the QR code or click the link in the description to join us over on Patreon.